What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to King of Fighters All-Star, a brand new brawler fighting game hero collector that just came out today. So if you do want to download the title, I will have the links in the description below. So let's go ahead and start this video off as we always do, because you all know a hero collector or a fighter collector can only be as fun as the fighters that you can collect, and it goes without saying. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an instant FG3000 sample approval when it comes to heroes that you can collect, because this game is based on the iconic, the absolutely legendary King of Fighters franchise. There is a character for everyone. There's such a variety of different character types, male, female, even males. Let me emphasize that just for a second. FG uses male characters in this game. There's not a lot of video game franchises that can make FG do that. King of Fighters is one of them. So instant sample of approval. I did see a few people commenting on my previous video saying, FG, the game looks good, but I don't know anything about these characters. I think I'm gonna pass. No, you don't? Come back here. Do not worry. Play the game. Give it a shot. There are so many different characters in this game. I assure you, you don't have to look for a character that you're going to like. The character is going to find you. All right? They're going to fly down to your house, knock on your door, let them in, and then you're going to have a character that you can relate with and that you're going to have enjoyment powering up in a game like this. So not to worry. Give it a chance. What about the gameplay, FG? Great question. Glad you asked. Perfect segue. Let's go home. Not to my home, to the video game home, the lobby. So we're gonna jump over here to battle. Right now we're gonna jump over here into the story mode, and we'll cover the other modes that I have unlocked at this time once we get there. Right now I'm on chapter 7. The way this game kind of works out is pretty interesting. All of the campaign stages are based on the franchises. So King of Fighters 94, 95, 96, 97, and 98 here. And as you guys can see, normal, hard, as well as expert. Pretty normal when it comes to hero collectors. You're going to go from stage to stage to stage, 3-star in each one. As you do that, you're also going to get milestone rewards here as you complete the stage in its entirety. So we're going to jump over here to chapter 7. Jump right over here. It's going to give you a recommendation on what type of power you can bring. The game has a pretty great quality of life feature here. So basically what you can do, you can click auto formation and it'll bring your highest combat power units. Or you can do auto formation and click on style, and it's automatically going to bring all of the characters that have an elemental advantage towards the enemies that you're fighting. So as you guys can see right over here, this is like yellow. So green beats yellow in this game. So very easy to get your formation going and jumping into combat. Now, I am playing this game on my PC, LD player to be exact. I didn't really have a lot of success with BlueStacks, but LD player works fine. I've recorded multiple videos on it now, so LD player is the emulator of choice if you want to play this game. But I say all that because I'm going to be playing on auto, and I don't want to hear it. I was playing this game in the gym, and it absolutely runs fantastic on mobile. Imagine that, FG playing a mobile game on his mobile phone. But this is a very good gym game because the game, in my opinion, plays very well manually. Like I said, I'm playing on auto right now. It does a decent job as long as you kind of overpower it. But playing the game on manual, doing the juggles, grouping enemies up, comboing in, tagging in, there's a lot of satisfaction in pulling off like a perfect combo in a game like this. So right now we got my boy Andy Bogard over here doing his thing. A very good variety of backgrounds. And I was actually surprised, right? They could have absolutely phoned this in and said, you know what? All of the enemies are just gonna be characters from the game. But they didn't. Like a lot of these characters in this game when it comes to enemies are like fresh creations that I've never seen before. And I played a lot of King of Fighters games and I've never seen characters like this before. So I do respect the fact that they've created unique enemies. The backgrounds have a ton of variety. I mean, right now I'm like on this little backstreet warehouse district, but there is a lot of variety when it comes to the background stages. So you're not gonna get bored there. You're gonna kind of see the overall theme of this game is that it feels like, and this is gonna sound crazy, it feels like they were actually trying to make a good game. when you talk about mobile, that sounds like really, you know, like, yeah, most of the time they're just trying to make cash grabs. But it feels like, and I could be wrong, I'm in the honeymoon stage, but it feels like they tried to make a good game. Not bad, not bad. So combat is fantastic. Highly recommend playing the game on manual, on your phone. But like I said, autoplay is competent as long as you have a decent power level. So we're actually gonna jump back into combat so I can actually show you what is going on, YouTube. No more just kind of oozing all over the game. That's a bad word to use, FG. I know. I don't know why I said it. And I'm gonna forget to edit it out. So you know what? Just gotta own it. Gotta own it. So here we are back in combat once again. Andy Bogard in the house. As you guys can see, you have your other teammates right over here. At any time, you can switch in We got a little bit of fan service here, as you guys can see. There's cooldowns based on that, but the cool thing about this, like let's say you want to string together like a juggle combo, you can tag in a character right before you're about to drop the juggle combo to keep it going. Or if you're getting comboed and getting attacked and you're like, I gotta break out of this, you can break out by switching out to another character as well, and that will break the combo along with doing a little bit of damage as well. The really neat thing about this game is that it's not just a fighting game when it comes to the mechanics. Like my boy Benny Mar over here, his attacks cause stun. And you'll also see that some characters will do defense down, attack up, heals, things of that nature. So it's still kind of like an RPG underneath it all, but it's still kind of like a fighting game brawler. And this is it's gonna actually be more evident once we jump into PvP, because then it's like, yo, I'm a fighting game. Right now it's kind of like I'm an RPG fighting game. When you get to PvP, it's like, no, I'm a fighting game. So we'll go ahead and call in a couple of our strikers here, beat up on you here, and down. What are you doing here? What's going on? I'm talking so good about this game. What the? You know what? We're keeping it in. We're keeping it. Oh, I guess it was a little lag spike. A little lag spike. Sometimes you gotta keep those in the video so people know. But the game right now, currently, there's a lot of people playing. I've seen the downloads just skyrocketing up, but it looks as if the game no longer wants to function. But guess what we're gonna do? Just so we know, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do this. Boom. You wanna know how fast the game loads? How about that? That's something FG doesn't normally cover, because normally games don't crash on me. It doesn't seem like that was a crash. It seems like that was like a server timeout maybe. But we'll go ahead and jump back in and get back into the grind. What I want to show you from here, so we went over the characters, we jumped into combat, I showed you what you're going to be doing in combat as far as tag-ins, strikers, supporter units, the elemental system, all of that good stuff. Now it's actually time to talk about some of the variety of gameplay modes in this game and some of the quality of life features, upgrading your characters, and of course, doing some summons. You had it all planned out, FG, like you did this before. I have. At least a couple times. So jumping back on in, brought to you by Netmarble, by the way. And I saw some people that were kind of looking at Netmarble a little sideways. I don't really have a lot of experience with Netmarble, but I've heard really good things when it comes to Future Fight, at least. So I haven't heard anything like Nexon-y about them. So I'll just say that. But here we are, we're back in. So we're going through the story. In addition to going through the story, there's also these little cool stages that I still want to show you here. They're like these old school fighting game special stages that it just tickles my little nostalgia thumb. It tickles it a little bit. Oh, so here we have Ryo, one of my favorite characters in this universe. Uh-oh. I think I can do it. Okay, just making sure. So it's like a little power-up stage here. And basically, you're tapping. I'm in an odd position, that's why I'm not tapping as fast as I could. If I really wanted to go crazy, I would do like this. But I can't do it really with my mic here. You don't know what my setup looks like, but trust me, it makes sense. But I'm here now, so we're just gonna do it. Make a lot of noise for no good reason. And then I have to slide it over. This is very complicated. But I do dig this. I love the fact that they kept this in the game. And then boom, done and done. Got a perfect, oh, I thought it was over. And there we go. Oh my God, it keeps going. I didn't think it was this long. That's what she said. All right, we got 20 seconds left. So it's not just beating up on statues of, who is this? Rugal. It's not just beating up on statues of him. There's car stages, so like kind of like Street Fighter, beat up on a car, get a bunch of points as well. It's just like a little fun interlude type of thing. So very nice. My boy Ryo in the house. His face looks a little soft there. Looks a little young. I don't remember him looking that way, but that's all good. And as you guys can see, for all your trouble, you get some Cash Shop currency. And there's lots of Cash Shop currency to go around in this game, believe it or not. So there you go. And you don't have to do this every single day. You just do it one time, get your rewards, and keep it moving. In addition to kind of completing stages here, there are quality of life features that will allow you to auto clear using skip tickets. It does monetize skip tickets, and you guys know how I feel about that. I'm not a big fan of monetizing skip tickets. You're eventually going to run out, but at least on the plus side, there is auto battle that you can basically set up here, tell the game exactly how many runs you want to do, hit start, and then go about your day. Make yourself a sandwich if you want. Don't ask me, do what you want. So that is that. So we're gonna go back over here to the main screen. So that's pretty much the campaign, very straightforward. But you also have your tried and true daily resource grinds. You have like your gold dungeon, EXP, you have your cores, which we'll talk about here in a second, which allow you to kind of like a talent tree. You also have an evolution dungeon, which allows you to rank up your stars. And then of course you have your tried and true endless tower mode. Go up this tower, go as far as you possibly can. And then you also have an auto clear. That way you can kind of get through this a little bit faster once you've completed stages and you've already proven that you're strong enough to defeat them. But one thing I did want to show you on this is the fact that not all of these stages go with the normal cadence of one player out, tag in your teammates. There are certain aspects of this game or certain modes in this game which allow you to have all three of your players out at the same time, which I definitely appreciate. I like the fact that, the game has a tag system that's a very, iconic. How many times are we gonna say iconic in this video? Only 3 times, that's it. Where it's just, you tag in your 2 partners. But I do like the fact that there are some gameplay modes where everyone is out all at once. So you see my boy Andy here, Benny Morrow, and of course, Miss Fan Service here, beating up on Money Cat. So I like that. Very cool. And this is not the only stage that allows you to do that. And there are other stages where it's just kind of like one-on-one as well. So there's a good variety of stage prerequisites when it comes to what type of fighters you can bring and how they interact with the fight itself. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that, buddy. Now we're out. So that is pretty typical when you play hero collectors. You, of course, are going to have your daily resource grinds. There's no limit. Your only limit is how much stamina you have. And once again, you have the same exact quality of life here. If you want to use skip tickets or you want to use auto battle and just grind out a bunch of gold or just grind out a bunch of EXP, evolution stuff, you can walk away, do what you want to do, come back and have all of your rewards. So do like that, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, the only thing I don't really have a lot of input on just yet is the soul quest and the epic quest. That unlocks a little bit later on in the story. So there will be some more follow-up videos on this game that'll kind of tackle these other modes, including the event quest. Right now there is an event quest starring King. I don't know anything about it. This is gonna have its own dedicated video here, but don't you worry, no need to rush. You got 34 days to do it, so take your time. I know a lot of you guys are out there re-rolling, so do not worry, it'll be waiting for you when you get back. We have like Arms Black here, and then 2 Athena events as well. So I'm very curious to see what these all entail. And like I said, these are going to have their own dedicated video once we get there. But if you're wondering, does the game have events? Does the game have something to do outside of just powering up your characters and giving the game money? Yeah, it does. It actually has events that award you free stuff, which I definitely appreciate. So let's jump on over to the fighting game aspect of the game. Right now, I can't show you this. I mean, I can, but I'm not. Tournament preseason, this is the live PvP, and your characters are normalized. So everyone has the same power level. It's all about skill here. It's all live. And I've played it a few times, and I feel like everyone in the world is playing on Starbucks free Wi-Fi, and I don't appreciate it. I'll see my bar is green, and their bars are red, and I lose. I don't appreciate that. That's the only reason why I'm losing, because of the lag. That's it. But that's that. Time attack, we showed you this in the first video. This is just you kind of running through a stage, defeating a bunch of enemies, getting to a boss. That is a time attack challenge. Like I said, that's the first video that we covered already on that. You have your more traditional PvP. So you have Arena, which is basically your 3 main characters, no strikers, no tag-ins. And then you go against the AI opponents. But here's a little extra twisty twist. There's a thing called challenge mode, where you can add handicaps so you can get more points. Now, I was very cocky when I ran into this the first time. I'm only gonna do 1 handicap just to kind of show you what it looks like. But some of the handicaps are pretty hardcore. So we'll go ahead and jump on in here. If you want, you can kind of rearrange your party members here so they can kind of counter the elemental effects here. I wish for now, since unable to guard. So I literally cannot press the block button. It won't work. But I wish they would put an elemental weakness wheel like right on that stage, just until I get comfortable with the different types of elements in this game. I'm not really quite there yet. I'm just gonna keep this on auto just for right now. But when it comes to PvP, you're probably better off doing this bad boy in manual. But like I said, you see here, this right over here, my block button completely blocked off, and I can't use it. Another time I did this, I started off at 50% HP and I couldn't block. It was quite the handicap. So this makes it a little bit more than just you bumping your head against the AI. You're actually gonna have to weigh, kind of gambling here, and I hate to say that when it comes to mobile games, but hey, it is what it is. You kind of gamble with your points and say, you know what? I am gonna go ahead and feel like I'm good enough to beat this stage, even if I can't block, even if I have no HP. Let's go in. Let me capitalize on my points. And if you are really good at this game, that's gonna kind of minimize your grind a little bit, because that's gonna improve how many points you get every single time you do one of those stages. So that's pretty good as well. So easy claps over here. My boy Chang and Benimaru don't even need to come out. We good. Vice over here, wrecking shop. Very, very nice. So Vice is who I picked out of my infinite reroll. So this is one of those games where you can basically infinitely roll a 10 times pool until you get what you want. So I took 5-star Vice over here, and the game also has a selector ticket, a 5-star selector ticket, and that's where I grabbed Benimaru as well. Haven't done any normal summons. I've been saving them for this video. So there you go. That is Arena. And there's another one that is kind of like Arena, but a little different. It's called League Match. Same exact concepts, no handicaps, and you can bring your strikers. So it's just like Arena, exactly the same. You can still auto it if you choose to, but there's no handicapping. And like I said, you can bring your striker units here, and that changes it a little bit there. So that's pretty much the game. And of course, you can do friendly matches if you choose to. But that is pretty much the game in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, there's guilds. Probably gonna make my own guild. How big are guilds in this game? I don't, 50, that's a lot of money. Maybe later. But there is a lot of stuff going on inside this game. Like I alluded to earlier in the video, it feels as if the people that made this game actually tried to make a good game, and I definitely appreciate it. Right now it is global launch, so it's kind of crazy. There are a ton of free stuff to be had here. I already told you about the 5-star selector ticket, the infinite reroll. There are 7-day login events. There are milestone achievements. There are so many free things being thrown at you right now in this game, and I hope that they keep it up. Because seeing all that free stuff, seeing how good the game is made, makes me want to give them a couple bucks here and there. Like, that's the best way I feel to get money out of players, is to give us a great product, make us feel like the events are here for us. Don't give us that whole Raid Shadow Legends type of event. What are you talking about, FG? You know how they do it. Their events are like, give us a bunch of money and whoever spends the most money wins. Like, that's not an event. That's like a celebration for you, not for me. It seems as if right now the events seem to be very friendly to consumers, so I definitely appreciate that. Why are we on the screen, FG? Well, I did want to show you the upgrade system. Very straightforward. We're going to use Andy Bogard over here. There's EXP juice that you can just apply to your character, so very easy to get levels. Like I said, you can auto grind this EXP stage if you choose to. There are also capsules to increase your attack, defense, and HP. Haven't used those just yet because I want to make sure it's on a character that I really want to use. We talked about evolving your characters. These come from the evolution stage. That once again, you can just turn it on auto grind, grab a bunch of these materials, and then evolve your characters up a star. Once again, I appreciate that. Limit breaking, kind of same thing concept applies here. You use duplicates in order to increase your level cap there. Core is your talent tree. Once again, there is a daily resource grind stage that you can just auto it. Get a bunch of these resource grinds, go in here, unlock them using these currencies and a little bit of gold. And as you guys can see, it's just going to kind of improve your character. I feel like in a game like, whoa, it goes way out there. I feel like a game like this, you should be able to, for the most part, get everything. Like, if everything is just very linear, so I feel like you can get all the things here. That is that. We're going to talk about the card system in another video here, mostly because I ain't really got that many cards, so save that for later. And then, of course, you also have an affinity system. The game will tell you which type of food that your characters like, and you can use that. Here, have some of that to build up their affinity. There you go. What happens once you build up a bunch of affinity? You get some rewards and things of that nature. There's probably something else additional, but like I said, this is a first impression video. I don't have all the answers, ladies and gentlemen. I got 92.7% of the answers. That's not all of it. I got a little ways to go. So that is the entire game in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, don't you think you're getting away with this, FG? I know. Let's go. Let's find that summoning banner. So right now, as far as summons, there's a few different options here. So you have like the generic wide open King of Fighters summoning banner. There's also a few milestones that go along with it. So the more you summon, the more freebies that you're going to get in that banner. There is a reduced cost step up banner. So if you want Kay and Kaio, you can go with these here. This is probably going to be your best option if these are your favorite characters. You have your traditional friendship summon, like as in most games. And then the battle cards are on their own separate banner as well. So hello. And you can also do that for friendship summons, it looks like. So that's pretty good. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe. I haven't used it yet, but there you go. And then there's also a private shop over here. And this is where everyone's kind of re-rolling. This is what I was talking about earlier. A lot of people are re-rolling because anytime you play a hero collector and it says Fest, any type of summoning fest usually are some of the most high tier characters in existence. So right now, these are supposedly based on our release, based on the characters that we have, the strongest characters in the game. So a lot of people are re-rolling to try to get these characters with their free summons. FG ain't got time for that. So we're just gonna go ahead and show you the summoning animation. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna watch my Lakers win their season opener. That has nothing to do with this video, but that's what I'm going to do today. Anything in the middle? Ooh, what's that? Can I open them one by one? Got my boy Terry Bogard, and as you guys can plainly see when we were going through the character selection screen, there are going to be multiple different versions of each character here based on element types. So there's Terry Bogard, backwards cap, Ryo looking much more adult, 98. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, I'm going to be able to do a Don Machi here and see if I can oh, yes! All right, I know that's not the banner person, but I love Robert Garcia, one of my favorite characters. And I got Yuri. So look at that. I got Ryo, Robert, and Yuri. They're literally like the same character when it comes to their design. Even more Robert. I don't need any more Robert. Calm down. All right, Robert, relax. Calm down, buddy. Got Chin here. More King, who I already have. Ralph. And there you go. That was our little quick summoning session, but we ain't, look at that. They're like, we just gave you a 5-star. You want to give us a rating? Nope, maybe later. Oh yeah, speaking of ratings, can we, as a community, stop giving games? I know no one on this channel does this. Nobody that watches FG's channel does this. But there's a lot of people out there that when they see a game that's available for preload, right? Preload. The whole point of a preload is to allow people to download the game in advance. That way, when the servers are up, they're instantly ready to play. And it allows the developer to kind of level load their server, because if they just launch the game just right off the bat, they have to kind of contend with people playing on the server, and they have to contend with people downloading patches at the same time. So they can put out the game early. That way they can kind of minimize the load on the server. The global launch will go a lot smoother. That's why they do pre-launches. But if you go into the review section of any of these games that do pre-launches, it's just a bunch of 1-star, can't believe this game's on the store and I can't play it. Lame, 1-star, terrible game, can't play. Don't be that person. I know none of you, right? Philip? All right. But there's somebody out there that's doing it. Don't think I didn't notice that terrible summon right there. Do I got enough? Not enough, Ruby. But that's okay. I'm very happy I got my Robert. So good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So that will do it. Ooh, can I get another? Oh, yes, I can. Look at that. Thank you very much. Got just enough to do one. No, I didn't. No, I did not. Dang it. I was trying to find just one more bit of gems. Maybe. Did I collect all these yet? We can do it. We can do it. We can do it, Bob the Builder. Even though the video is technically over at this point, do not worry. We're going to go ahead and get this last summon, and then we will be done, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Let's get it on. I want to. Yeah, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. It's only two stages. That's actually perfect. That will make it go extremely quick. I don't even know if I showed you an ultimate. Well, we're about to right now. Here it goes. Perfect timing there, Andy Bogart. Andy was like one of my favorite characters in like the actual fighting games, but I'm not a big fan of him in this game just yet. Maybe there's a version of him that I'm gonna like a little bit more. But his little like shoulder dash was like one of my favorite moves to do. Tad bit of slowdown, just a tad. This is on LD player. I experienced no slowdown on my Red Magic 3. If you guys want a brand new gaming phone, use my referral link down in the comment section below. Down in the description, that is, not the comment section. I'm just gonna kind of evade out of this. You got a lot of life here, buddy. Like, my green squad is not very powered up, as you guys can see. Thank you, Athena. And we've already used our supporter. That's not great. Uh-oh. Got 2 life bars left. The only person that really has any power is Benimaru, but he's the stun king. And like I said, I'm going to use a little bit of manual input there to kind of keep us alive. I love the fact that there's infinite rolls here. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it forever for live PvP, being able to infinitely roll with no cooldown, but for right now in PvE, I do appreciate it. So there you have it. That should get us our last bit of gems. Skip the story, just like I did in the fighting games. Cancel that. Give me those gems. Thank you very much. Back to the home screen. Anything else here? Even more gems. And now, one last summon to end the video. Private chop. Let's go for it. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the animation. That means something good was happening. Had to really load that one. Had to really load. Watch this. You guys ready? Can I get some crits? No? Once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. My boy Billy Kane, who I called Billy Zane in my last video. Thanks for calling me out. Kim Capawan. There you go. Now we're done. I'm out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.